Hello guys, welcome to today's video. Today I'll teach you about Jinx, the loose cannon. Now, firstly, we are going to look at her runes. Now, as runes, you always want to take press the attack, absorb life, or either presence of mind, depending if you're going to be using a lot of mana, if you don't like it, or if you're going to be taking a lot of poke. So if you want to use your Q and W a lot, take presence of mind, otherwise take absorb life. Secondly, you always take taste of blood and relentless hunter, because taste of blood is good for HP in lane, and relentless hunter is with movement speed is amazing for her kiting. Now, for her laning phase, you want to take Doran's blade and a health potion every single time. Now, we're going to be playing Jinx bot lane, of course, because she's an AD carry. Now, Jinx, you want to be playing very aggressive. So you want to take Q level 1 because of the buff it gives you. On every time you auto attack, up to 3 auto attacks, so you have more attack speed than every other champ in the game early. So as you can see here, I'm walking up with the lane, and I will engage Sivir immediately, because I know, because of my passive on my Q, I will take more. I will deal way more damage than she would. And as you can see here, easy first blood. Now, after the first blood, instead of backing instantly, clear the wave. And as you can see here, after building attack speed with my Q passive, I'm switching to my rocket launcher because it has splash damage, and this way I push even faster. And now we can see me switching back because it's important always to keep her Q passive up, so it's going to be a lot of switching between the 2-1-2 lane. Now here, because we got the first spot, we might as well back and buy some boots and a dagger. Now the reason for this is boots are very good on Jinx because she loves to kite. So Berserker Greaves for quickly is very good. Now we're gonna go back to lane, and I'll again, as you can see here, I'm gonna walk up and I will attack the minions, and then I will engage Sivir as soon as she gets close. Because now I have an item advantage, and I'm still stronger early game than Sivir. Now you can see here I almost killed her the second time, but I missed my W. Now this is fine because we want to play very aggressive, because Jinx is a very good early game and she also scales very quickly. As you can see here, again I take my Q on and I switch it back and forth because of the Q passive and the splash damage for the rockets. That's it, that's how you want to be playing Jinx every laning phase. Now her passive, Get Excited. Every time you kill epic monster, structure or a champion, you get a buff. As you can see here, after I killed Sivir, you will see that I gained attack speed and movement speed. As you can see here, my attack speed went up and I'm running a lot faster. It's like that every time. Now for her spells, we have a Q switcheroo, where you can see after each attack up to 3 times, I get even more attack speed. And you can see the little symbol revved up. Every time that tickers down, I'll lose attack speed. Now it's quite easy to gain, you just have to attack with your minigun on your Q instead of the rocket launcher. Now as you can see here once more, I just build attack speed. Now the rocket launcher gives you longer range and also splash damage, and as you can see I don't get the attack speed bonus because that's only on the minigun Q. Now if you look, I only attack one of the enemies here, but I damaged both of them equally. That's because the splash damage is very big and it's just really good. Now her W, Zap, is a projectile that slows and reveals enemies if we can't see them. As you can see here, it's quite simple. You just W them and you get vision on them and they're slowed. Imagine there's a champ up here we can't see. If we hit it, we can see them for 1 second. This is very good instead of face checking. Now the third spell we have here is her E, Flame Chompers. This is a trap like Caitlyn W, where the enemies are trapped. They deal magic damage, and if an enemy gets triggered, it splashes. Even if they explode close to someone who hasn't been hit, you will see right here it still deals damage on the enemies. This is only on champions and not minions. Now for her ultimate, we have Super Mega Death Rocket. This deals more damage the further it travels. As you can see here, it's just above 200 when we are very close. Now I will show you from the other side of the map. Say I stay on top lane and I shoot my rocket down towards bot lane, and I hit an enemy, the damage is going to be quite a lot higher. Now as you can see here, as I shoot the rocket down, and we follow the rocket here, and it hits the two enemies, it's 400 and 500 damage each. That's because of how far away they are. You can also see that after 1 second of travel it gains more damage, so as you can see here, after a short time it travels even faster and then deals more damage. Now for the items on Jinx, we want Berserker Greaves because of her kiting and its attack speed is amazing. Then Infinity Edge. Now you can take either Phantom Dance or Ruinous Hurricane. I prefer Phantom Dance early game because of the movement speed it gives. Now third, we want Bloodthirster because it's just very broken at the moment. Then you can take Lord Dominic's Regard or Mortal Reminder if you're versus a lot of healing, but I prefer Lord Dominic's Regards. And now lastly we want to take Ruinous Hurricane if we didn't buy it earlier, or Guardian Angel. That depends. I prefer Guardian Angel if I'm versus a lot of assassins, and Ruinous Hurricane if I'm versus a lot of people who can't one-shot me. And then lastly we are gonna upgrade the boots to Zephyr and always take Farsight Alteration as your ward because it's very good with her ultimate. Those are the items you want to be building on Jinx.